beans, rice, and flour is inexpensive, and you can buy that in bulk. You can buy beans and rice and flour, and they will stay on the shelf for a good long while. So you take your beans and you buy them in bulk, 20-pound bags, and you take those 20-pound bags and you buy a garbage can, plastic, with a lid on it, and you place your beans in the trash can, and you stack that trash can up to the top and fill another and another and another. Rice, same thing. Get your rice, put it in a trash can, and build it all the way up. Stack as many of those as you can. Cheap, affordable, will last. Flour is a little bit different because flour has bugs, eggs from bugs, and everything else in it. If you just pack flour in the trash can like that, you give it a couple of months and things will be crawling out of those bags. See? So with flour, you have to put it in the freezer, I believe, for 24 hours or more. 24 hours, 2 or 3 days in the freezer, then put it in a trash can and store it, in a dry, cool place, you know. But if you do it any other way, you may get some unwanted visitors, at the wrong time. And make sure that it's sealed, whatever you put this flour in, because they have these big bins that they sell, the plastic bins that you can seal. Whatever you put the flour in, seal it, and that way, because it start getting a smell, and it's like baking soda. It starts sucking in the smells and absorbing the smells of what's around it. And then it gets old and it has some kind of nutty taste to it after a while. So the next thing is seasoning. I mean, you're going to need some seasoning, because beans and rice by itself is going to kill you if it ain't flavorful, So you got to put whatever flavor, if you like little onions, them freeze-dried onions. It got to be something that you can stack in bulk that's going to last. And season it the way that you want to eat it. You might need Beano, who knows? Because them beans give you the farts or whatever, man, you're going to be damaged, Also, I would suggest getting some barrels, and they got these barrels they sell at Home Depot that you can screw the lid on top, put water in that. Get 55-gallon barrels and put some water in it. And these things you can buy one at a time, man. A little bit at a time, and build up, because we heading towards a collapse. The dollar is going to collapse, and there's going to be a whole lot of people asked out. Shouldn't be you, Hebrew, because you know. And just like I said, in a time of need, because we tested all these things, out here in this desert. What if you just had to eat beans and rice? That would be the most terriblest thing ever. 'Cause we tried it. And you get tired of that quick, people. You're going to need something with that, man, like some candy or something. So, we try to store candy, sodas, canned goods, and everything else. And, this is where I came down to, man. Beans, rice, flour, candy, water, and things like that. Things that's going to last on the shelf. You can get popcorn seeds or whatever. And I'm just adding more to it. But, we want to get the basics first. Get something that you can have in bulk. You're going to need things with the flour, like you might need some oil. You might need a baking soda, rising powder, salt. And you can buy salt for cheap, man, like 30 cents or 50 cents for a whole thing of salt, a big thing of salt. Stack up as many as much salt as you possibly can, because you're gonna have to season meat and everything else, you know. And then if you live out here in the wilderness like me, or in an environment where there is animals and all that kind of stuff, you gotta be prepared, man, for anything. So just like if you look at the Venezuelan situation, they was reduced to eating dogs and cats and their birds and their pets, you know, and anything that they can catch. You know, these people was digging straight out of the garbage can. You know, pads, everything else was in there, and they was just digging straight out of it, eating whatever they could eat, man. You know, and so you ain't gonna have no pride when it comes to your stomach in a minute. You know, so you better be smart right now. And basically, I don't know. So your water, your beans, your rice, your flour, your seasoning is going to be your basics. You can even buy, and it may be unethical thinking it right now, but rat traps, because you're going to need a source of meat, man. You know, and you be like, ew, I'm not eating no rat. Get hungry enough. I guarantee you, somebody frying that rat up on that damn grill, right? You're going to be eating that mother, right? This is Raptor News.